All right, guys. So Bethe Correira has been claimed unfit to fight at UFC 227 against Irene Aldana. She's been pulled from the fight, and the fight has been scrapped from the card. We all last saw Bethe Correira in the octagon with Holly Holm. She had KO, got her head knocked off basically by Holly Holm. To be honest, she Bethe was actually winning that fight, or she was getting some work in. Like, it was a very competitive fight, but then Bethe did what Bethe does best. She ruined it for herself. She started trying to be confident, overly confident, waving her hands in the air like she was a Diaz brother, you know. And then the thing about Holly Holm, it's like you don't want to be aggressive with her. If you're ever aggressive with her, there's something about Holly that turns up the heat a little bit, and then she beats you. So it didn't take but 5 seconds after that, Bethe was knocked out by a head kick. She was standing on wiggly, noodles, cooked spaghetti legs, basically. Cooked spaghetti legs. Anyways, Bethe Correira after that fight had to have eye surgery, and she actually was supposed to fight. She was supposed to fight Irene Aldana before, had to pull from that fight, and now this is the second time that this fight has been booked, and she's had to be pulled from it. It's just a shame, to be honest. Bethe Correira is the most annoying fighter in the bantamweight division, in my opinion. I always thought that she talked a whole lot of crap and could never back it up. She was a boxer, and she got knocked out by Ronda Rousey. That's just an embarrassment. Her only skill was boxing, and she got knocked out by Ronda Rousey. But with all that said, it's like, I don't want to see, this girl is obviously concussed. You can tell. I don't speak Portuguese, but I can tell that Portuguese is mumbled, and it doesn't come out right. It comes out like a CTE patient. It definitely comes out like a CTE. So I think that Bethe needs to just take quite a bit of time off and just get better. Just let her body get better, let her body heal up, let her body, it's just time for her to kind of maybe even ride off into the sunset. I know there's still fight in her, and I know that she still loves to fight, but the eye injury, the concussions, just she needs some time to just heal. And I'd like to see that. I don't want to see any of these women going out in the game sounding like Chuck Liddell. You just don't want to you don't want to be completely messed up in the head, sounding like, who is this kid? Justin Gaethje, and that's where Bethe Correira is headed at right now, to be honest. That's where she's headed. So anyways, I hope for a nice recovery for Bethe Correira. I hope that she takes 2 to 3 to the rest of her life off, to ride off into the sunset and to enjoy the rest of her life and the rest of the mental health that she has, and not to continue to get bumped, beat up, scraped, bruised, everything. Now, Irene Aldana, I really feel bad for her. I feel bad for her. She has not fought since January of 2018. She really should have been able to fight. When you're a new fighter, you want to get as many fights in as possible. 3 a year, 4 a year, 5 a year if you're hungry. She literally just got one fight in. And the reason is because the bantamweight division is a wasteland. It's an absolute wasteland. Being in the top 15 means absolutely nothing, because I'm looking at the rankings right now, and it's just disgusting. The UFC needs to bring in new blood. They seriously need to bring in new blood. And when people are out, get them off the rankings. Kat Zingano was out for 2 years. They should have had her off the rankings. Jermaine Durandamy was twiddling her thumb trying to figure out if she wanted to step into the octagon. They should have taken her off the rankings. Pena, just for maternity leave, off the rankings. Sarah McMahon, off the rankings. Take these people off the rankings. Dag. It's just a bunch of crap. How long was Ronda Rousey still on the rankings? It's just clogged up with literally crap. Get all these people off the rankings. Go ahead and sign 10 new bantamweights, 10 bantamweights from Invicta. Bring in some bantamweights for this division. We cannot see an exciting fight. The only time we can see an exciting fight is if it's Marion Reneau or Amanda Nunes or Ketlin Vieira. Holly Holm hasn't even been fighting in this division, so I can't even add her. But I love Holly Holm, so I'm going to add her anyways, or Holly Holm. When it comes to the top 15, every time these fighters get into the octagon, we should be seeing magic. Every single time we should be absolutely seeing magic. The last bantamweight fight that I saw was, I believe it was Gina Mazzani versus Lena Landsberg at the Liverpool fight, at the Liverpool card. And it wasn't that good. You know, Gina Mazzani had a nice little fight to her, but the thing is, it wasn't that great of a fight. Just to be honest with you, it wasn't. The last fight before that was Amanda Nunes versus Rocky Pennington, and just to be honest, it wasn't that good of a fight. You know, the last good fight that I saw was Marion Reneau versus Kat Zingano, and before that, Marion Reneau versus Sarah McMahon. But then people want to say Marion Reneau is just, you know, they don't want to put her high enough up in the card to push her. I just hate bantamweight. I just hate bantamweight at the moment. I'm so frustrated with it. But, you know, hopefully Irene Aldana can get a credible opponent. Hopefully she can call out, you know what, she needs to call out Aspen Ladd. Just call out Aspen Ladd and get that fight and get back in the octagon before the end of the year so that you don't get rusty, crusty, dusty, forgotten about, pushed aside, cut. Do what you got to do to stay on the roster, to stay, you know, to possibly move up in the rankings. Anyways, that's my thoughts on Bethe Correira right now being pulled from the UFC 227 card. I think it's a great idea. I hate to see what, you know, Irene not fight, but, you know, the fighter's health, it does come first. It really does come first. Anyways, guys, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying the content and hit that like button. Thanks.